Greetings, everyone. Today is my third day of fasting, and I just wanted to share a little bit about my journey and what fasting means for me, why I recommend fasting, and some of the ways that you can implement fasting into your living regimen. So, first, living regimen. It's important that you do create a living regimen. And that just means you looking at your life and looking at all that is a part of your life and creating some type of schedule, balance, something that helps you to thrive and to maintain your well-being. And so for me, my living regimen consists of different things, and fasting is definitely one of those things. And the reason why I fast, and I'll tell you how I learned about fasting. So I did what's called a Daniel's fast some years ago, over 7 years ago, um, probably over 10 years ago. And I really enjoyed the Daniel fast. I enjoyed the amount of discipline that was required for me to push through the Daniel fast. And the Daniel fast is about, I think it's 30 days. And so after I completed that Daniel fast, I went on this journey to learn more about fasting and other types of fasting, because the Daniel's fast is more about it's Bible based, and it's restricting some types of foods from your diet. So after participating in the Daniel's fast, and I've done it maybe 3 times, I wanted to learn more about other forms of fasting and how I could, implement other types of fasting into my living regimen. And I learned from listening to a video that Dick Gregory had up. And if you search it on YouTube, you should be able to find it as well. And Dick Gregory was talking about the types of fast that he uh, experienced and how they benefited him. And after doing the Daniel fast, I automatically felt the spiritual benefit from the fast. So after listening to Dick Gregory and learning more about the spiritual benefits of fasting, that's when I locked into fasting. And I started trying different types of fasting. So the fast, you can do water fasting, you can do dry fasting. And water fasting just basically means that you are not eating anything and you're only drinking water, even though Dick Gregory says that that's not a fast because you're still consuming something. But when you do what's called a water fast, that means that you're not eating any food. You're not drinking anything except for water. And the only time that you will drink water is just when you are thirsty or you feel like you may be hungry. And so you will take a sip of the water like I just did. And it's not about, drinking a gallon of water or, measuring the amounts of water that you're drinking. But it's about really just allowing the water to be your food. And so that fast is the one that I am continuously doing once a month for 3 days. I have also done dry fasting. I've tried dry fasting only one time for 7 days. And dry fasting for that amount of time, it takes a lot. And I don't recommend that anyone does a dry fast, especially for 7 days without without medical, someone looking over you. and even 3 days. So if you're doing dry fasting, you really need to be under medical supervision, because that's really extreme. Okay, so that is the reason why I chose water fasting. Now there's also something called intermittent fasting, where you only eat certain times of the day. So you will eat, your last meal will be like 8 o'clock, 7 or 8 p.m., and then you won't eat again until a certain time after that. Like maybe you'll eat in the morning or in the afternoon. It's best to eat in the afternoon, and then you won't, your last meal will be 7 p.m. or that's intermittent fasting, when you have like this block of time that you allow yourself to eat food. That's great. For me, it doesn't work out, just because my living schedule, the intermittent fasting, it doesn't accommodate my living schedule. So for me, not eating for a period of time is what works well, and I enjoy it fully. As I begin to do my research, so first of all, fasting, I don't use fasting as a weight loss tool, because it really shouldn't be used as a weight loss tool. However, when you are fasting, you will lose pounds. So I weighed myself last week, but prior to my fast, and I was over my threshold, because I give myself a number, and my weight has to stay in between a specific range that I have created for myself, and I was over my range. And I weighed myself on the first day of my fast, and I was going down. And I weighed myself today, and I have definitely lost some pounds, at least 5 pounds. So yes, you will lose weight when you are not eating. Right? That just makes sense. However, that should not be your purpose for the fast. My purpose for the fast is really to allow my body to heal. It's a beautiful way to give yourself a time to reset and to realign, as well as allow you to do a little bit more meditation. So taking more time to go within. And it also gives you an opportunity to get to know your body. And so it's not always easy for me. This last month and this month was pretty easy for me. I'm not sure why, because I don't think I've done anything different in between my fasting times. But this fast has been very easy for me. And I think that the more that you get to know your body, the easier the fasting time becomes. So some people are like, how can you not eat for 1 day, 2 days, but 3 whole days you're not eating any food? It's very simple, because I am at a point where now food to me. I love food. So food is an enjoyable experience for me. I love preparing food. I love going out to eat. I love eating other people's food. So I am a very food connoisseur. I'm a foodie, right? So I really love food. And when I don't eat food, I look at it as it's a time for me to just allow my body to rest from digesting. And yes, there are scientific studies that show what happens when your body does not digest food. So there is a point of ketosis. So in the beginning stages of a fast, your body is now using the fat that has already been stored for energy. And I promise you, there's enough fat in your body to last you. So some people are afraid that they will pass out or any things like that. Your body is a beautiful instrument, and it is not going to let you down. And that is the beautiful part about fasting too, is that you have to listen to yourself. So if you feel like during a fasting state that you need to consume something, then you should do that, okay? Because it is not a race. And when you look at it as a way of a mechanism to heal yourself, then you realize that maybe, at the second day, your mental state is not at a place where you can continue. And so you honor yourself and you say, okay, well, let me break my fast today. Okay, I wanted to do 72 hours, but I think I'm just going to do these 42 hours or whatever the case may be. It's okay. Uh, Even allowing your body to rest for 8 hours, and that's why intermittent fasting is very good to implement, because even 8 hours of not eating is definitely beneficial to your digestive system. Now, when you begin to go into 24 hours, 48 hours, I'm now 60 hours in with no food. And so now my body is in a stage of what's called autophagy. And so autophagy is when your body starts repairing itself. So it's now repairing any cancerous cells, any damaged cells, it's cleansing, repairing the blood. So because you are not digesting food, now your body has an opportunity to repair the other aspects of the body. And so this is the most important part for me. And this is the reason why I do this every single month. Sometimes I hear people recommending, fasting at least once a quarter. And that is a great way to begin the fasting process. But for me, because I'm a foodie and I like to eat, and so I like to give myself an opportunity to heal more often. And so 3 days for me is like what has just been working. I can go longer than 3 days. Sometimes I don't even want to break my fast, but I have other living regimens that I am a part of that does require me to have food. And so I do 3 days once a month. And the benefits are infinite. So you can experience some beautiful healing through fasting. You can see some things happening in your body that you will never experience while you are eating, while you're not in a fasted state. So I just wanted to share that information with you. And I do offer, an opportunity for you to join me every month when I fast. So I have it on my website. I have a Facebook group as well, where you can just kind of join in with other people who are also, fasting. And so it does not mean that you have to fast every month with me. Right? I'm radical. And so, yes, I do fast once a month, but I've been fasting for over 7-8 years. And so to me, it's kind of simplistic. It doesn't really take much for me to say no to food. And so many people are wanting to lose weight and, wanting to experience health and true well-being. And the only way that you're going to be able to do that is if you stop eating. And you can do all the exercising, you can do all of these different things, but it's the food, and it is the only way that you're going to truly see a success is if you just don't eat. And even if you do create some type of diet for yourself, the only way that you're going to see results is if your diet is very minimum. Because digestion just takes up a lot of energy, and digestion does not allow your body, when you're digesting food, it does not allow your body a true opportunity to heal on other levels. So fasting is a very amazing way to allow yourself to heal from obesity and being overweight. I'm not saying that fasting is a weight loss tool. It's not a weight loss tool. But fasting will give you the discipline when it comes to creating some type of eating diet for yourself. And so, again, like for me, I love food. I'm eating whenever I have the opportunity. However, I have to, especially because as I age, my body does not, my metabolism has slowed down a little bit, and so I'm not going to be as slim and trim as I was back when I was in my 20s. And so that's another thing that you have to realize, is that as you age, you cannot do the same things that you were doing in your younger years. Your younger years were for you to have fun and to experience. And then as you age and get older, you learning how your body works, there are some things that you just can't consume anymore. Some foods that you shouldn't or could not consume the way that you did when you were much younger. And so that's what fasting for me is. Fasting is just it is a form of discipline that I partake in to help me manage my health. And I invite you to join me whenever you like during my 3-day fast, just to see what it feels like. I have the group, the Facebook group, but you can go on the website and just sign up, and then I will send you the link for the Facebook group so that you can join the Facebook group. And there are other like-minded people who are also interested in the fasting tool as a way to maintain well-being and to create longevity for yourself. So that's all I wanted to share today. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk with you soon.